Just here doing another update on the L-Twoo AE shifter, this time with the phone and app definitely in focus and on the screen there. So I've got the bike next to me. I'm going to change it to a different bike, so this won't be a complete setup, just going through the app and the features. So basically you click add and search for the Bluetooth. If it doesn't find it, you might need to press the button on the shifter. I just did that, but let's do it again. Wake it up. Let's try and find it again. There we go. Right, so you select it, like I was saying, but let's start from brand new in here. We've got the brand. It actually lets you select Shimano and SRAM. I have no idea if they'll work. I do have Shimano Di2, but I don't have the Bluetooth option on it, so I can't test any of that. Well, obviously this one is L-Twoo. Whether it'd work on the others is a different question. I've not explored that. Okay, so you go into category, and like I said, it's a flat bar mounted shifter, the actual wireless part. So there's mountain bike. Why it's got road bike, I'm not too sure. Maybe it's something in the future, or maybe that's just something that L-Twoo always have as an option. And folding bike. If we select folding bike, that gives us options of other. Let's just actually go into that. Equipment is bound, but it's not showing. That's interesting. I just want to try that again, because this should be from 3-speed to 13 speed. Okay, initially started me off on 10 speed here. And let's see, this here should allow me to change it to the folding bike speed. It says the description is from 3-speed, but there is a 2-speed option there. 2-speed set. Okay, let's go in there. And it's now set as 2-speed. I wonder if that could work for a dropper post. Might not quite pull it quite as far, but you can try and fine tune it, I guess. So that could be something interesting for those with a dropper post. Maybe can test that. I don't have that. That would be quite nice there. Where you would need to mount the actual item, probably an external and on the seat tube, somewhere down there. I guess that depends on the bike and the frame and everything like that as well, because it could be mountain bike. So yeah, that people will need to investigate into. But yeah, this here is now working. Can go to 5-speed. I've got to turn it back to the second gear, to the bottom gear, and then I can change the speed. So I've come in here, we're now at 7-speed. You just go into the device management again, so that's the speed section where you can change it. The number of shifts, and I guess this is a reset button. Firmware updates, I'm on the latest, so there's nothing in here. That's where I get firmware updates. The instruction manual goes straight to the English instruction manual in here, which I set my device is English, so that would be the main reason why there. And restore factory defaults. So we can just do that on this one. So that'll go back to when you come in here. Everything's been set back. So these micro adjustments have been set back. So like I said, this is exactly the same on all of them. So no matter what, there's a tiny bit of shifting for the first gear, but you can't go beyond the maximum. So the minimum pulling distance, you can't go by it beyond that. So basically, if you need to pull it in, pull the cable through just a little bit to put more tension on it at the start, then you can do on this one. So you change it and then basically adjust it individually for each individual cog there. So plus that is putting extra pull on the cable, so that'll go further to the left as you look at the cassette from the back. So further up the block, further down the gears, whatever way you want to say it, but it basically is pulling the cable more. So you're adding more tension to the cable, pulling it through more, and so that'll micro adjust it to the left if you're looking at the bike from the rear. Going back down, that decreases the tension, so that allows the derailleur to move a little bit more to the right, and so yeah, we can fine tune that, and yeah, that's how it works basically. So initial setup you do on the app, and per gear, just get it dialed in on each gear there. I said the shifter is basically just up or down which way it's going. So basically now it's telling me that this bottom button is going to the higher gears, the smaller sprocket on the cassette. And then if we change it, pushing the ring up will now be going to the smaller sprocket. So it's basically the opposite. So there's two options on there. I just want to test this 76% as well, because I think it should be this this battery. So they come with two batteries, which is quite nice. You can carry it if you're going on a long ride there. Obviously you can check before your rides what the battery percentage is, if that is this or if that's the actual shifter itself. It could be it doesn't change when we click between these two, so it is a fixed one. Obviously when I remove the initial one, it's going to disconnect, I guess. So we'll see what happens, but I'm going to just swap the battery that I've got in there just to make sure that I know exactly that this is the battery that it's saying for the percentage there. If it is, then it's not telling you right now how much the battery is on the actual shifter part. But at least that's just a button shifter, although it's screw, 4 little tiny screws to get to it. So on trail fix for that wouldn't be something you want to do. And if it's not telling you the battery status of that, then yeah, that's going to be find out when you're out there, unfortunately. But yeah, let's just give this a test. A little bit dusty. I went on a ride today. We have disconnected, but hopefully this will find it again as soon as I put this in. Give it power. Let's see if we can get in there now. Okay, it's gone in there and we're 100%. So yes, that confirmed. The battery percentage indicator on here is the removable battery for the shifter itself. So nice feature. I quite like that it's telling you there on the app. However, I would like to see battery percentage for the actual wireless shifter itself, because that would be a pain to actual change on a ride. these batteries, as you just saw how I just took this one out, put the other one in, without being on the screen there. It took me a couple of seconds, so nice and easy to do. But yeah, that's really about it on the app. You can remove that again and just go through it again. Come in here, select the brand, select the category. Model is just speed, and I think I figured out why I wasn't working before. Yesterday I was going from 9 speed. Let's get that saved in there. And basically I didn't figure out what this thing was telling me before. Okay, so it's fixed. Let me go back to put it in. Because we can select other on all of them. Wake it up now again. Like you can see, it's not super refined process, but you do get there in the end. And once it's bound, that's fine. Okay, start from here, press the button. Right, now I definitely know that's on because it did something. Yeah, where are you going? So pressing the Bluetooth button, sometimes it actually pulls it back down to the top gear. So just be careful on that, because obviously if you're in first gear, then that's not really what you want to happen while not pedaling. So I'm going to go here at the moment with other and save that. And it came through at 9 speed. So if I go here and try to change this, then I can't. So basically it's just telling you get back into top gear, and you can come in here and you can individually change the number of speed. So if you click it on other, you can actually change it from there without needing to unbind it. If you select a gear, you can't change that in the device management, so it doesn't give you an option. Whether you'd be doing that a lot, probably not. You're going to have this fixed on a bike, I'm guessing. So set it, and then this basically leave it. So all my little fiddlings where it's not connecting that, you'll just do it once and then it'll be done. So it's a little bit fiddly, it's not super refined, but once it's set up, it just works. There's not much else it's got to do. It's very simple. All it's doing is telling the servo in the device to pull the cable through a set amount of distance, and that's it. That's all your shifter does, but manually. So it's a very simple thing, and this is a nice way to get rid of a whole load of cables. You've just got a very small cable at the back and nothing on the bars, just the actual shifter itself. So I think it's a really good solution, because otherwise you'd need to be changing a lot of things like the rear derailleur, which is quite expensive for electronic shifting, and as well, if you're not getting it in a set, you need then the shifters. And if you're doing the whole group set, then that is very expensive. So this is a good way to be able to put it on any bike with pretty much any speed that's available right now. Just limited to the diameter of the bars, really, and a place to actually put it in the rear triangle. But otherwise, I went on a ride today and it worked pretty much flawlessly. Very easy to shift, so I did knock it accidentally once or twice. But yeah, it just works really well. Before I had my mechanical shifting, and that just not quite. I mean, I probably could have set it up a little bit better. A mechanic might have done it like really spot on, but I still don't think it's anywhere near as smooth as something like this in the changing, personally. Yeah, good fun, good times.